I want to punch someone in the face. I don't know if that breaks YouTube's terms, conditions, laws, regulations, legislation. I don't know if violence can be incited this early into a video, but hey ho, here we are. I don't even know why I'm sitting. I actually don't know why I'm sitting. I'm not sitting for this. No, we're not sitting. We're standing. We must stand. We must take a stand. We must take a stand. Manchester United 2, Chelsea 1. Manchester United 2, Chelsea 1. And do you know what makes me sick? Do you know what makes me so sick to my stomach, makes me so sad, so hurt in my heart and soul, is that I knew we were going to lose after 10 minutes. Those away fans that trekked to Manchester in the pissing, pouring rain, spent all that money, knew they were going to lose after 10 minutes. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine going into a game of this magnitude after losing to Bayern Munich and drawing with Brentford. Imagine a team that is meant to be more serious and more secure in themselves to go further in the league this season. Imagine a team that I wanted to go to war with. And that team gets battered, beaten, blammed by Manchester United, the worst Manchester United we've ever seen. The worst Manchester United in the history of Manchester United. A manager that has a record that is so bad, it is behind man like Bush. I don't even know who that is. I saw a list. World War II has been and gone. And this man is at the bottom of that list. The win percentage is at the bottom, and we lost to him. And we didn't just lose to him, we got battered. We got absolutely destroyed. And that was all confirmed within 10 fucking minutes. Imagine. I've got people taking the piss. I've got people ringing my phone. I've got people laughing. And you know what? That's not even the worst of it. I had to watch it. You had to watch it. We had to sit through that for 90 minutes because we decided to be brain dead within 5. We decided to be... I don't even want to say the word. I'm not even allowed to say the word. I'm not even allowed to say the word. I just realized I'm not allowed to say the word. I'm not allowed to say that word. We were getting destroyed before the red card. We were getting humiliated and embarrassed before the red card. Within 5 minutes, we're defending on our own box. Within 5 minutes, they've had a chance and a cross comes in. Within 5 minutes, people are looking like fucking idiots. Absolute clowns, a lot of you. I don't think anyone, apart from Reece James and the people that were hooked in the 6th and 7th minute, apart from you lot, I don't really care about the rest of you right now. I really don't really care about the rest of you right now. You lot knew the mission. You knew the statement that you needed to make here. And you've made the complete opposite statement. I'll be honest now, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know where to go. I don't even know who to trust. I don't know who to believe in. I don't know what to do from this point onwards because you lot look like you're in a top 4 Royal Rumble. You don't look like you're ready to do anything more important than that. You honest to God, the defending today, the way that we started that game, atrocious. Robert Sanchez, I mean, first of all, losing the header to Sesko, someone that has been null and void, NA all season, barely in this game as well, outside of that moment. Bayern didn't have to make a save in this game, someone that we've mocked, ridiculed, laughed at. He didn't have to do anything. And when we did have a shot on target, he actually conceded. He, apart from that, didn't have to do a word. He literally didn't make a single claim. He didn't make a single save. He didn't do anything. Go and check his stats. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Imagine a keeper like that who we've seen literally under arses, under legs, under ball sacks, on the ground, crawling for corners, and we didn't make him do anything. We didn't ask him to do a thing. We didn't ask any questions. No intent. Sorry, let me not forget João Pedro. That's another player that actually we saw some quality from, actually tried his best, actually tried to hold the ball up, make it stick, bring things into the game for us, but there was no one around him because we were down to 10 men so early on. And then Maresca, Maresca. 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 You decide to take off Esteval Willian, which I can understand, Pedro Neto, which I cannot understand, and then about 15 minutes later, Cole Palmer. You bottled it. You literally shit yourself. You bottled it. Because how do we go down to 10 men? The keeper needs to come on, so Esteval Willian comes off. 18, that's cool. Unfamiliar territory. Need concentration levels, need tracking back, need maturity, need experience. Cool. You take off Pedro Neto, someone that is an outlet, someone that can run in behind, someone that can offer a threat, someone that could potentially push that Manchester United back line into a mid-block, into their own half. You take off the pace, you take off the off-the-ball movement, you take off the fucking hard work that tracks back, that does their due diligence. And then you take off Cole Palmer. You take off our best player in attack, the only person that could potentially bring us back into this game, the person that gives you hope, as you saw against Bayern Munich, the person that can make something out of nothing, the person with a bit of magic, a bit of stardust. I don't even want to make this today about the recruitment. I don't even want to make this about how we acted in the summer at the back end of it and how we failed to... I'm not going to do that because you know what? Let's just talk about the game. Let's just talk about the fucking game. The mistakes that we made from a managerial standpoint, a playing standpoint. The individual errors that were coming from the centre-backs. The way that the way that people defended today. I've never seen so many rattled cages as well. I've never seen so many rattled cages. People out of place. People like they haven't been to Old Trafford before. People like they don't know how to play in a big game, don't know how to manage a situation. You're 1-0 down that early on. Use your brains. Use your heads. Stay in the game. Stay compact. No. Wave after wave after wave after wave of pressure. I don't even know what this manager was attempting to do with those substitutions. Andre Santos should have come on for Enzo Fernandez immediately. Immediately after going down to 10 men. You need legs. You need legs in midfield. And to be honest, Andre Santos, he was getting mocked, ridiculed, all sorts in that midfield anyway when he came on. So I'm not even going to make it like as if that... But Enzo Fernandez was awful today. Again, everyone outside of the very few that I've mentioned, horrendous. And what makes me so sick is that feels like a message that has been sent out today. But it's the wrong message. It's the message of Chelsea are not going to kick on. Chelsea are not going to push on. Chelsea are not in anything important in this league in terms of pushing for majors, in terms of being in a race. Chelsea are inconsistent. Chelsea are raw. Chelsea have replaced players that they've developed that are on an upward trajectory but are still inconsistent and still frustrating that we were cussing, some of us cussing even more than myself. I'm talking about attackers, and replaced them with even more raw attackers. Replaced them with even more inconsistency. Replaced them with even more jeopardy, even more uncertainty. That's what I've seen. And then I realised, yes, the centre-backs are worse than I thought. I thought the centre-backs were going to be okay. I thought they would actually just continue their form from last season. We'd just be a little bit consistent with our defensive displays. But no, the goalkeeper that we were meant to replace, so evidently, so obviously, and I've tried to give it a pass because I said, you know what? I'm trying to get so many things here. I'm trying to get a top left winger. I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to get that. I'm just going to have to leave the goalkeeper. But the goalkeeper today, in that moment, has had the biggest bozo moment you'd ever see in your life. There's no reason for him to leave his leg in there. There's no reason for him to run and clatter in a man. Just stay on your line. Just even if you concede, we're 1-0 down to Manchester United, we can come back. But we go down to 10 men, you've basically locked up the game. You've basically made it an absolute certainty that we're not coming back. Because this team... at Old Trafford, with 10 men, with those substitutions from the manager, is never coming back into this game. There was no plan for 10 men. There was no... You see teams with 10 men before, they look resolute. They look organised. They look like they can hold themselves to account. They look like they can defend. They look like they can make a game difficult. Some people even say with 10 men, the game gets more difficult for the opposition because they're in a low block. They organise themselves. They break. We didn't have any of that. We didn't have any option to break. We didn't have any option to be organised because we were just a fucking disgrace from top to bottom. That is exactly what this was. It was a disgrace from top to bottom. It's as simple as that. There's no way to write about it. There's no way to dress it up. There's no way to make yourselves feel better about it. It was a disgrace from top to bottom. From top to bottom. Diallo had a poor game for Manchester United. He was awful. Sesko was uninvolved for Manchester United. He was awful. Right? And we still got battered. Imagine that. Luke Shaw, they're playing De Ligt as a wide defender. He was actually all right in the end. But, like, that's Manchester United. Casemiro got himself sent off, making stupid tackles, getting himself booked stupidly, getting himself sent off stupidly. Even more stupider than the first stupid. Tackling Andre Santos in our own half for no reason. Gets himself sent off. And you know what? When it was 10v10, you would never have noticed that it was 10v10. There was no like, oh, it's even now. I never changed my mood in this match. As soon as we were down to 10 men and 1-0 down, I knew it was done. I see it. I can see the aroma. I can see the aura. I can see it. I can smell it. I knew we were going to lose. It was just a question of how many. And thankfully, it's not a disgraceful scoreline in terms of the actual score. But in terms of what Manchester United are and what we're meant to be, it is a disgrace. But I knew we were going to lose. How sickening, how disgusting, how awful is that to know that after 10 minutes of a game that we've built up, I've gone to the car park, I've linked my man Saeed, all these men ringing me, KG, Culture Cams, all these men ringing me. I'm excited. I'm pumped. I'm ready to go. I'm back in the team. I'm supporting the team. I'm trying to give us some sort of baseline expectations, some sort of, oh, we can be this, we can be that, because that's what we should be aiming for. We, after spending what we've spent, after doing what we've done year after year, transfer window after transfer window, world champions, gold fucking badge in the middle of the shirt, we should be aiming for more. But now some people want to temper expectations. Oh, it's too unrealistic. Oh, we're asking for too much. I'm asking too much for this team that were second in mid-December to go a bit further, to be a little bit further on in that conversation. And after 5 games, they've drawn 2, won 2, lost 1, and had probably 1 good performance in that first 5 against West Ham, one of the worst teams in this league, in West Ham United. Fulham, unimpressive. Crystal Palace, unimpressive. Brentford, unimpressive. Manchester United, absolutely awful. So 5 Premier League games and 1 good performance against a West Ham team that are on their arse, that anyone could cut open, anyone could beat. So what am I meant to take from that? Because I've tried to be patient. But what am I meant to take from that? What is the reason for this? Is it because the Club World Cup? Is it because we've got too many new faces? They're not acclimatized. They're not understanding. Is it because of the recruitment? Is it because the manager keeps making stupid decisions? Keeps making stupid substitutions? He's not proactive enough. Today, he's too proactive. Imagine, you're making 3 substitutions before 22 minutes have hit the clock. We ask you to be proactive. Today, you are too proactive. You're too proactive. You do too much. You threw the game. Before the game could even begin, we were awful. But before the game could even get into the 10, 15, 20-minute period, we're already out of it. We're already out of it. Shocking performance. Reece James is putting in crosses. No one's on the end of them. João Pedro is holding up the ball, trying to link up. No one's around him. Garnacho, big, long fucking speech. 20-minute talk. Whisper on the bench. Doesn't even come on. Mason Mount does, though. Gittins. 55 million. Lo and behold, he's a slow burner. Lo and behold, he's a developer. Lo and behold, he's a bench brother. And then the person that comes in to replace him on that left-hand side can't come on either. And it's Tyreek George coming on. And it's Mark Gue on the bench. And it's a fucking disgrace that these are the options that we have. Even with injuries, it's not good enough. Others have injuries, and they don't have these nasty options. They don't have to look to these inexperienced players that are not ready. Some of them were either going to be sold on deadline day or should be playing in the championship or shouldn't even be at the club. And if they are at the club, temper your expectations. But again, it's very difficult for me to temper my expectations because I've got some top players like Caicedo, like Cole Palmer, like João Pedro, like Cucurella, who was poor, like Reece James, who are ready to be serious, are ready to get involved in tough conversations, ready to stand up and be counted for, ready to not beg Liverpool to do things in this league and actually just do it themselves or be a part of conversations, get into top tier 11s. Starts for Liverpool, yes. He starts for Arsenal, yes. But then we've got the stragglers. And at the moment, the manager's also on the straggler list. He's also learning harsh lessons. Welcome to 2 games a week. Welcome to the Champions League. Welcome to rotation. Welcome to proactive subs. Welcome to system. Welcome to 10 men. Welcome to new things that you've never seen before. Welcome. I'm so tired of losing at this stadium. I'm so tired of Chelsea Football Club failing to play as they have played in previous moments and matches in this run before the Premier League started, and they come here and they just stoop. I'm not even going to say stoop to Man United's level. They stoop to their own next level. They stoop to another level entirely. Man United were actually good today. Man United actually create chances. Man United actually, move the ball about decently. Disgusting. I don't know where to go from here. Like, in terms of confidence levels, I can't really talk about going to war. I can't really talk about Premier League, the summit. You have to earn that back. You have to earn that conversation back. You can't be in that conversation losing games like this. You can't be in that conversation performing like this. So I have to take that away now. Makes me sick, because that's what I'm about. I'm about trying to compete for the best of things. I'm trying to win majors. I'm trying to hold us to a certain standard after all the money we've spent, but we can't seem to compete. But there's nobody's at fault for that, by the way. We're just not competing, and that's okay. We're not good enough, but that's okay. We bought 4, 5, 6 players in the summer, but we're not ready again, so it's fine. There's nobody gonna be held accountable. There's nobody asking questions. There's no fingers being pointed. It's just, we're not good enough, and see you next year, because we've got some players at fucking Strasbourg, in Kazakhstan, and at Sporting Lisbon that we'll wait for in 2026. Not good enough. Not good enough. And next year, the excuses will roll out again. All of these guys are in their first season. Penders is in his first season, and Sanchez still isn't good enough. Quender's in his first season, and this person's still not good enough. Semino's in his first season. Stapatov, Kazakhstan Aguero's in his first season, and he's only 17, and this person's only 18, and this person's only 19. This person's fuck off. Fuck off. You've got players that are top, that are ready to do damage now, and you're not surrounding them with what is necessary to actually kick on. You took the piss out of it at the end of that window. And I don't want to make this about the window, but I'm just saying, from a broader perspective, the way we've started this season is a joke in terms of the performances. We've had an easy run. The fixtures are fucking fabulous. You've had the first 4 games in London, and the 5th is Manchester United, the worst Man United ever, and the manager's still in charge. It's not even Ruben van Nistelrooy. It's not Paul Scholes. It's not Wayne Rooney. It's not Ryan Giggs. It's fucking Ruben Amorim. It's the same guy, and you still get bopped. The guy with that same system. You couldn't even... Why didn't we outnumber them in midfield? Why didn't we test the fucking shit goalkeeper? Why can't we defend when Sesko's up front? Why is it that they only have one danger man in Mbeumo and we're still getting battered? Diallo is basically playing out of position on that left, looking fucking awful. Why is the wing-backs like Dorgu shining? Why? I need answers. Why is all this happening in front of me at Old Trafford? Why? I don't know why. So I don't know what to say. All I know is that I feel sorry for the away fans. I feel sorry for people watching that on the TV screens. I feel sorry for the players that are actually good enough to play for this football club in terms of a title race. And I feel sorry for the players that actually are not and are developing and young and have been absolutely fast-tracked. And now they're going to get absolute pelters. Because we don't know how to be balanced about the way we go about things. We don't know how to understand that João Pedro might not be an out-and-out all the time, and we should probably have another forward. We actually don't even know how to build a team in terms of having numerically what we need in each position. And then numerically we have enough centre-backs, but then none of them are A-side. They're all B-side players. And we didn't even sell enough of them to even bring in another A-side or to bring in another... It's just tiring. It's so tiring. And it's like, oh, the UEFA restrictions, oh, PSR, or FFP, and then it's just going to carry... It just keeps going and going and going. And people keep... It's just... Time keeps going on also. Getting older, aren't we? How many more years of this bollocks are we going to part with? It's just year after year after year after year of excuses and fucking future planning and future proofing and look at this kid and look at this kid, and none of them are at the club. They're all elsewhere. And we're just hopium and copium until the Wolves and until the biggest rivals in the city lift the league, or Liverpool have done 3 in a row, and then we might actually then just realise that winning is actually the only thing that matters. What is on the pitch is the only thing that matters. What we're actually going to have to watch after the honeymoon period, week in, week out, these players that we've purchased are on the pitch week in, week out. We have to watch them. Fuck the fees. Fuck everything. They have to play every week, and we have to watch them, and they have to be good enough. And some of them are not. The mentality is up for question today, which is shocking because I thought the mentality was improving and changing with the hacker, waka, mental motivation coach. But it seems like the mentality today was absolutely in the gutter. I don't know, man. I'm done. I'm not asking for anything. Just do as you please. But I don't know what to say anymore. I'm fuming. All I wanted today was just to win. I didn't even ask for a performance, and I got a disgraceful performance and a poor result. Not even a point. Big up Chalobah for your goal, but I didn't feel anything. I knew we were going to lose the game. We didn't have anything about us going forward. We didn't have anything about us going backwards. It's just done. Done today. Guys, I don't know how to end this, so I'm just going to just leave. Genuinely, I don't care anymore. I don't care.